Hello friends, welcome to yet another video on an interesting topic. Today's topic is harvesting long-term capital gain. जैसा कि आप लोग जानते हैं कि this is the month of March and in this month most of the investors they plan their tax. So from that perspective लोगों का जो भी पेंडिंग इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है वो मार्च के महीने में कंप्लीट करना चाहते हैं so that they save maximum amount of tax in this financial year. So many people who have invested in direct equities or equity oriented mutual fund उनके लिए ये टॉपिक बहुत रेलेवेंट है. Now let me take you to the presentation to make you understand how you can harvest long term capital gain. See, if you can visualize the screen, in the screen you can see there are two kinds of table that is being presented to you. In the first table, every year long term capital gain is 1,20,000. So in a 5-year period you make 6 lakh rupees of gain. In the next table you see in the 5th year alone you are making 6 lakh rupees of gain. Now to simplify this for you, suppose you are an investor in direct equities and you have made long term capital gain. So in year 1 if your long term capital gain that you can encash is 1,20,000, similarly for the next 5 years if you accumulate this gain it will come to 6 lakh rupees. If we consider the first table, in the year 1 if you sell the equities for 1,20,000 gain, you end up paying a long term capital gain of 10%, that is on 20,000 rupees, because up to 1 lakh government has allowed you the exemption. So on 20,000 rupees you end up paying only 2,000 rupees as tax. Now let us assume that for the next 5 years you continue this practice. So we see that you have paid a tax of only 10,000 rupees on a long-term capital gain of 6 lakh rupees. Now suppose, let us consider the second table. If you are a long-term investor and you don't want to book profit every year, what happens? 6 lakh rupees in the 5th year is your income from long-term capital gain. On that, if we calculate the tax after setting aside the 1 lakh rupee tax exemption limit, that comes to 50,000 rupees in terms of taxes. So if you follow the practice of harvesting long-term capital gain, you can save 40,000 rupees of tax as per this particular example. However, the figures would change depending on your actual gains. So let us now come to the next slide wherein I present to you the important points to consider while you are going for harvesting the long-term capital gain. See, as you can see, I have mentioned 5 points related to this particular kind of transaction. Point number 1. Booking profit does not mean reducing allocations to equities or equity oriented fund. So basically, if you want to book the long-term capital gain in year 1, then it doesn't mean that you will have to change the allocation of your investment to equity or equity oriented fund. The moment you sell, immediately you need to buy a similar kind of asset so that your allocation remains intact. Point number 2. Harvesting of gain means selling some shares or funds only to buy the same asset class again. It is self-explanatory. Suppose you are selling, say for example, Infosys. In Infosys, you had long-term capital gain which you encashed by selling Infosys. Immediately when the shares are out of your Demat account, you should buy either Infosys or a IT sector related stock so that your asset allocation remains intact. Point number 3. Harvesting of gains can be done in same shares or funds. So as I had mentioned, either you can buy the same shares, that is Infosys in my previous example, or you can buy a TCS or a Wipro depending on your investment appetite on that particular company. Point number 4. When buying back same shares or funds, you should ensure that sell transaction is complete and shares and units are out of your Demat account. This is very important. Generally, the transactions in shares and funds take place in T+2 working days. So suppose you have done the transaction today, it is always safe to wait for T plus 2 days and then execute your buy transaction. Point number 5. Never try to time the market, else it shall lead to distortion of allocation. This is the important point and you should pay due consideration to this point. Why? Because once you have booked the long-term capital gain, you should not forget to again buy the same asset class or shares. And again, you should not time the market. You should not feel that okay, market would go up or go down, let me wait for some time and try to time the market to re-enter the same kind of stock. It is advisable that immediately, without having any emotions attached to it, the moment the shares are out of your demat account, you immediately purchase the same share or same kind of fund. So this will ensure that you stick to the strategy and you do not deviate from your asset allocation. I hope you found this video and this example useful and you would implement it to save on your taxes. Thanks for watching.